How would you like to have your children get their education from textbooks funded by the Rockefeller Foundation? Well, that's most of the textbooks given to children through elementary and high school. Most of them are funded by the Rockefeller Foundation. If you don't believe me, just flip through the first few pages of their book and you'll see who helped fund the research for that book. The Rockefeller Foundation. You find it in almost all of them. And I choose to keep my kids free from the Rockefeller Foundation. If you watch some of my videos on my YouTube channel, you'll know that the Rockefellers are a criminal family, completely criminal, who made these major banking cartels that basically are controlling the economies of the world, including our pending economic collapse that will happen. And I don't want my children learning anything that has the Rockefeller name on it whatsoever. I think they're completely criminal. I believe that they're biased in their beliefs, and I believe that they'll teach the masses biased curriculum and teach children to not be able to think for themselves. And I find this many times. Just for instance, I was giving that example in the history book about the Native Americans. You don't find that in our history books. It's very important that they learn this stuff. And books written and funded by the Rockefeller Foundation just don't include it. It's a biased education they're getting in public school, and I really like being able to pick what my children are learning, not the Rockefellers. Prayer has been vacated in public school by students because they're afraid that their friends will make fun of them for praying. And also any type of public display of prayer has been completely eradicated in public school. It leaves me with the feeling that God is really not allowed in public school. And where God is not allowed, I don't want to allow my children to be either. And at home they're free to pray, and we're also free to incorporate any religious beliefs that we have in their homeschool curriculum. I think that that's very important to teach them creation when they're learning about science and nature. It's just very important in all things. We've even incorporated some religious things in their mathematics. And basically, I know that some of you may not be Christians, or you may be atheists or have other religious beliefs, but I think everybody agrees that we have a fundamental right to our own religion and our own religious beliefs, and it's something that is not allowed at public school. If you ever read the Communist Manifesto, it seems like the role model for a public school system. In public schools, of course, you have the eradication of religion, you have dress codes or uniforms, you have mandated vaccines, you have mandated searches with metal detectors, or they can go through your kids' belongings. In fact, a lot of times they say we can go through your backpack at any given moment. And this is all run by people who swore to protect and defend the Constitution under oath. Teachers are supposed to do that, as well as any government employee. They all swore to protect and defend the Constitution, or else there's something wrong with the district. They're supposed to be doing that. And I'm really afraid for the mentality of these kids going to public school and what type of future jurors they'll make and politicians they'll make. Especially the ones that have the zero tolerance policy, where a little kindergarten goes pow with his finger and gets suspended for 3 days, and they talk about expulsion for the little 5-year-old. And it's gone way beyond the line of sanity, in my opinion. It's completely socialistic, and nobody's honoring the Constitution. If the court systems ever improve themselves and not have mandated searches when you walk through their metal detectors, then I hope that if you're ever arrested, you'll get one of my kids on your jury, because at least then you'll know your constitutional rights will be honored. And last but not least is the great reward you get being a teacher of your own child. The first time you really see them start reading, and they're reading a book to you, you sidestep yourself and you look down at them going, wow, you know, I just taught that. I taught my own child how to read. Listen to him. It's really working. And that was amazing. Through all 3 of my children who can read now, just listening to him read to me was an amazing experience the first time. Watching him do 3-digit multiplication the first time was just fantastic. It's a really neat experience. It's something that I feel many parents are robbed from when they send their kids to public school. And later on in life, you'll know that you were the one who taught them how to do all these things. I think it could be a lifelong reward, and it's just a fantastic feeling. To conclude this, I just want to say that homeschooling has been very rewarding as a parent. I know that my kids are safe all day. I feel that we are knowing our kids more than we ever would if they were in public school. I know that many people have different living situations, and sometimes as a single mom working or something like that, it makes it impossible, so to say, to homeschool. But if you have the opportunity to homeschool, I'd highly suggest doing it. I think your kids will thank you greatly for it through their lives. Don't buy into all that your kids are just sheltered nonsense. They have plenty of extracurricular activities and plenty of friends that they can see on the side, and you just know that they're always safe, and it's just a wonderful experience as a parent to homeschool your kids. I'll see you next time. Thank you.